Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Today's video is part 2 from the cultural differences I've experienced, witnessed in my time here in the Philippines, between the U.S. and the Philippines. Again, my disclaimer, these are just the differences. I'm not saying one culture is better or worse, one thing is right or wrong, or any of these behaviors are good or bad in either case. Just the differences. Again, if you're going to come here to visit, if you're planning on moving here, I want you to be prepared for some of the differences that do exist here that you're probably used to back in the U.S. And before I get started, a little housekeeping once again. Find value in this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and feel free to share it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, give me some feedback, and let me know if you have topics for future videos that you'd like to see. So here we go, moving on. So number one, and this one was interesting too, is sometimes it seems that Filipinos are oblivious to others around them. I've actually, and some of these behaviors are considered really, really rude in the U.S., but you can be standing in line at the grocery store checking out, and the girl will be, or the person in front of you will be having a conversation, or just looking at counting their money, or just doing whatever. Whereas in the U.S., people behind you would be getting upset. They get a little patient. They want you to move along. Same thing at like the ATM machine. I've actually seen people sit there and make like 10 withdrawals straight without even a clue, or maybe they have a clue and it's just acceptable here, that there's a line of 10 people behind them waiting, but nobody's complaining. So it's just one of those things that I observed, I've noticed, and it's just something that I laugh about now, and you don't even make a thing of it. So yeah, I don't know if they're oblivious to others, or this is just the way things are here in this culture. Second thing is telling time. This one's pretty funny, actually. But I do notice it throughout the culture. In the U.S., if you ask somebody what time it is, they'll say, "Oh, it's 2:30," without even looking, probably. Or maybe, "Oh, it's 1:45," or 10 after 2 kind of thing. In the Philippines, if you ask somebody what time it is, they're going to say, "It's 6:21. It's 11:42." They are going to give you the exact time that it is. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty interesting, but definitely something that is very different from the U.S. The next thing is it took me a long time the very first time I came here to eat eggs, because we went to the grocery store and their eggs are not in the refrigerator section. Like in the U.S., eggs, cheese, dairy, milk, anything is going to be refrigerated. But here, nope, the eggs are right on the shelf. A lot of their cheeses, some of their milks, things like that are on the shelves, not refrigerated. And so I didn't know, and when I got back to the States, I actually Googled it, and it said, no, eggs are not required to be refrigerated. So I have no idea why we refrigerate our eggs in the U.S. So if somebody knows, leave a comment, let me know, because I still don't know. Next thing is decisiveness, or lack thereof. Especially in the business world in the U.S., if you ask somebody, how much is it for this service, or how much is it for that, you're going to get a price. Here I needed to get computer work done, and I asked the guy how much it was going to be. He's like, "Well, it's up to you, whatever you think." And you get that a lot, especially with services. You won't get a firm price. And I know it's a woman thing, but you're here in the Philippines. Remember, they're very traditional, so they will pretty much, I don't know the right word, but if you ask your Filipino what she wants to do for dinner, where she wants to go, she's not going to give you a straight answer. She's going to say, "Well, what do you want?" And this is a back and forth thing. It's something you just get used to. Back in the States, if you ask your woman, what she wants, Italian tonight. And again, there is some indecisiveness. I got that. But it was really more prevalent in the service part of it, where it's really left up to you how much. It's up to you, kind of thing. So anyway, something to get used to, or something. And the kind of thing is, it puts you in a bind. I had a zipper fix one time, and the lady wouldn't tell me, and I didn't know how much to give her. So you kind of have to maybe ask other Filipinos or other expats that know what is an appropriate amount to pay somebody for a service that they're doing. Because I was afraid to offend them, but they weren't. They were really, really, really grateful The zipper part, I gave her 500 pesos, which is about $10, and it took her only a few minutes to do, but it would have been a lot more than that in the States. So the next thing is the toilet paper here. In the U.S., we are really reliant on our toilet paper, love our toilet paper. I know that was a big thing during COVID where grocery stores were running out of toilet paper. Now in the Latin community, from Miami, so in the Latin community, they have bidets, but they still use toilet paper too. And you will find toilet paper in public restrooms, anywhere that you go. Here, not so much. The first time I went to the restroom in a mall, I was surprised there was no toilet paper in the mall anywhere. Everything is by bidet. And toilet paper, even in the house, they don't really. Every house comes equipped with a bidet. Now there are the handheld wand bidets, not the toilet bowl bidets like they have in the States, but it's still, you will not find toilet paper in public restrooms or in the mall or anything like that. You can buy it in the grocery store, but it's really a very small section in the grocery store, whereas in the US you got entire aisles are just for toilet paper. So anyway, just something else to be prepared. You might want, if you're going out in the mall or out in public, maybe keep a little package of baby wipes with you, just in case you have an emergency or something you need. So the next one is mixed drinks, and I actually noticed this when I was in Peru as well, and it's not in the States. So I'm a rum and Coke drinker. Captain Morgan's my drink. So if I go to a bar and I will ask the bartender for rum and Coke, they may ask you your preference for rum, but they're going to give you the rum and Coke and the lime, and everything is going to be all together in a mixed drink. Here, no. If you order rum and Coke, they're going to give you a shot of rum in a glass, and they're going to give you a can of Coke, and they will give you a little dish with the lime, and you actually kind of have to make your drink together. In Peru, obviously, I asked for a Cuba. I learned, and you ask for a Cuba Libre, which is actually a mixed drink together. But I noticed that here. That was really funny. Something you have to get used to. That if you were ordering your drinks, they're going to serve it to you separately that way. So that was pretty interesting. The next one is, and I only noticed this in Manila, and again, I've traveled to a lot of airports around the world, a lot of airports in the U.S., but the airport terminal in Manila is interesting. See, in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale, there are multiple terminals at the airport, but they are all connected to the same airport. And you can, take a little trolley there or escalator, or you can walk, however, but it's all connected. Here in Manila, there are 4 separate terminals, and it's almost like 4 completely separate airports. You have to actually take a taxi to go from one terminal to the next. And if you're coming, be careful, because almost anywhere that you go in the Philippines, you're going to have to connect through Manila. And the first time I came, I didn't realize the different terminals. So you have to find out which terminal you're landing in, and then find out what terminal your connecting flight is going to be in. Because I didn't know, and thankfully when I landed, my Filipino had told me, oh no, your flight leaves from Terminal 4, and I had not allotted enough time for that. So I was rushing to get a taxi. It's about a half-hour drive to the other terminal with traffic, and here in Manila, everything depends on traffic. You can ask a Filipino, how far is it to this place or that place? Oh, it depends on traffic. So, but anyway, be prepared for that. If you do come to the Philippines to visit, make sure you know what terminal you're landing in and which terminal your connecting flight leaves from. So, and then the last one, last but certainly not least, is discrimination and prejudice. Now, I know it exists here in the country. I did a big segment of that was in my video about the reasons why I left the U.S. in the first place. But in the U.S. right now, discrimination is horrible, prejudice is horrible all across. But it's not even that. It's just the overall divisiveness that you have in the U.S., which was one of the big factors why I decided to leave. Our country was founded on your First Amendment, freedom of speech, but you don't have that anymore. I can't tell you how many friends I lost, good friends that I had 10, 15 years, just because I didn't share their same opinion about a topic. Especially when it comes to politics, women's rights, gay rights, things like that. If you don't, people are very polarized in the U.S. right now, and the transgender thing is a really big deal right now. It's generally accepted to be gay in the U.S., but they're still not as open or accepting about the transgender thing. And now in the U.S., there's no transgender bathrooms. You have a male bathroom, you have a female bathroom. So a lot of people are, a transgender person, if they're dressed up as a woman, they're going to want to go in the female bathroom. Well, there are a lot of people, especially, males, that have a problem with their little girl being in the same bathroom with what a biological man, even though it's, you know, she's dressed as a woman. So that's created a lot of polarity and a big deal there. Here, you don't have that. I'm sure there's discrimination and prejudice here, but I have not seen it. You know, the people here are the most friendly, welcoming, caring people, kind people that I've ever met anywhere in the world. And they accept everybody. They just live each day happy for each day. They mind their own business. They live their own life. You live your own life. They don't care whether you're black, white, Filipino, foreigner, gay, straight, trans. It doesn't matter. And I mentioned this in one of my other videos that, you know, it's you know, some now a lot of times there are servers in restaurants that are transgender, and I can't tell. I mean, they're very beautiful and very feminine. You can't tell, and I've had other people tell me, but the co-workers treat them exactly like one of them. They're not shunned or set aside. They don't treat them differently. You would not tell the difference. And to me, it was just really heartwarming to see how welcoming this culture is to just everybody, every race, every nationality, and just the way they are. And to me, I really believe that contributes to the peaceful nature of this country. You know, you don't have people fighting over politics and, you know, and certain rights and things like that, because everybody has the right to just be themselves and nobody cares. So anyway, that's it for today. Please leave your comment. I know people are going to make comments about the discrimination. I'm sure it exists somewhere here in the country. Again, my personal experience, I have not seen it. So again, thank you for watching. Welcome back to the channel. Again, if you found value, please like, share, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I have new upload videos, or I want to upload new videos. Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you. Peace.